Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Ilse Zamarripa and this is the Worldspace. Today we have a beautiful and talented guest joining us. Her name is Marion Strunck, or for the English-speaking community, Marion Strunck. She's worked as an animator in ILM and she's currently a lead animator in Framestore, working in films like Avengers, Age of Ultron, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Paddington 2, Christopher Robin, Mowgli, Pokemon, and His Dark Materials, among many others. Hey Marion, thank you so much for being in the show today.
Hi Ilse, thanks for having me on the show.
Nah, the pleasure is ours. So please tell us about Mowgli, where you animated a lot of the acting shots of the characters. What were the challenges of the animation in that film?
Of course you are, Mowgli. You're the best wolf I know.
In Mowgli we have a lot of realistic looking animals that do lots of human actions. The director wanted the performance of the animals to be very close to the actors, so we had to analyze a lot of reference.
What's bothering you, my love?
We kept really close to the reference. We basically had to kind of make sure that it doesn't look like a human in an animal suit, that it actually looks like an animal talking. And for that we had lots of witness cameras, so we could see like all the little facial acting points, like every little micro movement that the actors were doing. And we also looked very closely at references for real animals, tigers walking, wolves hunting, so that we can combine the actors' performance with animalistic behavior. The animals actually had a little bit of resemblance of their actors in their faces. So if you look at Shere Khan, he actually has some of like Benedict Cumberbatch features, so that we could like give a more close performance. And yeah, it was very fun.
And you also did some great character animation in the HBO series His Dark Materials. Did you feel a change in working for films versus working in TV series?
Yes, definitely. It is much faster in TV. The deadlines are a bit tighter and the turnarounds are quicker, so everything has to be locked down a bit more earlier on because changes always take time. But yeah, we had very tight storyboards, but we also made sure that we still had that super high quality that we get from the film.
We have to find out what she's doing.
I actually read the His Dark Materials series when I was younger in German, and I was super excited for it when it came on board, and I put my hand up and please put me on it. So it was really fun to work on it as well. We had a super great team, really passionate people.
When did a locked door stop us? Her study. Let's find out what she's hiding. Quick!
Yeah, it was a great experience.
You're great when it comes to creature plus human emotions. How do you approach an acting shot of a creature?
So my personal workflow is basically grabbing reference from human and the creature and like mixing them together. So you might have, like, let's say the ermine in His Dark Materials, you might get the acting or the actor saying a line like, "But why?" And you have all the eyebrow, like the information of the face, all of the lip sync, blinks or anything. And then you look through reference for an ermine, and ermines are very fast and they like overshoot and they like twitch their ears or sniff. And so you add those little mannerisms to the actual animation. And so, but why, when it says the line, but why? And the ears could go back at that moment, so that you have like some certain accents to put into the animation, depending on what kind of shot it is, if it's sad, happy. Yeah, and that's how I like sort of grab little things and mix them together, but you have to make sure that there's a balance, so you can't just put in tons of accents or leave any accents out.
You and I are super passionate about acting. What would you say are the keys to a believable performance?
Oh gosh. That's a hard question, but I guess natural acting would be if the audience doesn't realize that it's acting and it is the actual character. So I would think maybe something like it has to have like a backstory or a history that you can like grab things from, like a layered character, what he has experienced, or also the emotion he's experiencing in the moment.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I don't know if it has happened to you, but while doing lip sync for any creature, fur sometimes can be something to take into consideration and be very aware of, right? Because it can change the way things look. It can make the animation look floaty or too intense or messy.
Yes. With fur, I usually have to like crank up my whole lip sync animation because otherwise it just gets flat and lost in the fur. Suddenly my characters will talk like this, like really, really big. But then when you see it with the fur, it actually is like normal talking, so. So yeah, I would just crank up your animation for that.
Not only your animation is beautiful, but your illustration is wonderful as well. Check out her Instagram, it's sensational. And the little short films and documentaries you do when you travel, your beautiful drone shots. What was the name of your drone? You had a name, Bossy Mac. I don't remember. So I can totally see you being a wonderful art director or movie director in the future. Have you considered that? And what was the name of your drone again?
My drone is called Buzzy McBuzzface. It's very, very loud. It's yeah, I'm glad you like my art. That's so sweet. Yeah, I have thought about being a director or art director. That would be really cool. At the moment, I'm just collecting more knowledge, I think, processing. I'm helping out on a lot of short films at the moment. Like, I did some character designs for a film called Plot Twist by Rodrigo Costa. And yeah, I help out here and there. And from that, I get all the little knowledge about how to run a project like that. And at the moment I'm just like piecing together, learning stuff. So maybe in the future I would be up for it.
Yeah, like your graduation project and the great job you do as a lead in Framestore. I think if you combine all those skills together, you could be a bomb.
Thank you. Yeah, actually our bachelor film, PARROT Away, it got screened at Annecy Animation Festival. That was so nice. I love Annecy so much, and it was really cool seeing our little short film up on the big screen.
I think a lot of people wait to go to this kind of festivals. They think these are events for people who have been in the industry for a very long time, and that's not true. Everybody should go to animation festivals, even if you're a student, even if you're just merely interested, right?
Definitely, don't wait, just go. Even if you just go for enjoying the lovely weather and lying on the lake. No, it's really, really important to go to festivals. I think that's my opinion, and because you can make so many new connections or friends, or like find projects, or even if you don't have anything to show yet, it's really good to like collaborate, find collaborators there, or get to know the trends, what's going on in the news, the animation news. And also it is important to present yourself so that people know what kind of person you are as well, if they later want to hire you. If you bring your work, then sometimes people will later remember, oh, so he's the guy with the short film with the penguins or something. And then maybe they have a project with penguins where penguins need to be animated and they remember your work and then they pick up from you.
Yeah, and also traveling really opens your eyes. You see art that's being produced in other countries. You can open yourself to many different types of animation, different kind of humor, new techniques.
Oh yes, definitely. I love traveling, and it does open your eyes for so much stuff. You get so much inspiration from everywhere, basically, for your art, for your animation. You see a person walking, oh, he walks weird, oh, I can use that for my animation. Or any kind of different environments.
Yeah, I would encourage young artists to study abroad. The fact that you went to Denmark, you lived in Vegas, how has that been for you? How has living in different countries affected the way you make your art, the way you manage yourself, the way you direct a team?
Yeah, it's definitely more, you become more open-minded, and also you get to learn more about other people, other cultures, more like you get more opinions on things. You can see things from different angles, sort of. Also at work we have tons of people from all over the world, so it's really interesting to get to know all the people and where they're from. So you can like get a view from all kinds of different people. And if I cannot travel around at the moment, then maybe my Mexican friend has some adventures to tell me.
Oh,
so
sure.
It's really nice to have like such a big pot of people from all over the world.
Yeah, and to be able to intertwine with different cultures, understand that not all people think the same way. So before we conclude, please tell everybody the crazy story about the reference and the sword.
A few animators were shooting reference for an attack scene, and they made this huge wooden sword and they had to film themselves running, but they did it outside on the street, literally running, screaming with the huge sword, like ah! And there were lots of people walking by.
Why is that guy running with a sword towards me? Oh, Marion, thanks for sharing all your knowledge and your anecdotes with us. You're super talented and you're super sweet. You're always happy. And thank you so much for being in the show today.
Oh, thanks so much, Ilse. It was really fun. And if any of you have any questions, you can just drop me an email. Bye.
That was wonderful Marion Strunck. Trikingo is a site where you can download many different tools and tutorials, so make sure to check it out. I have a coupon where I get 20% discount in any purchase, and they make animation easier with tools that save you a lot of time. So make sure to check it out. See you next Worldspace Thursday, and keep making art, you beautiful artist.